Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Book of Hours. Where were we last time? We were expanding a few rooms, cracked into a few more Motley Tower and the Grand Ascent 3rd floor. And it looks like we will be able to get into a few more places down here, up here, and over here. Okay, so let's do that as soon as the day refreshes. Ooh, do we want to hastily make use of something? Do we have any grail in our favour? I don't think we do. I'm almost certain that we don't have enough. Interesting. We should probably consider things with 3rd level aspect as skills. Let's keep time going. So rose, lantern, and hieroglyphics. We can, with Fet and Inks of Power, we can actually do something with rose. I think if we start now, it should be fine for the turn of day. So obviously before, as soon as we solved it just in time to see it disappear, but there we go. And we've not yet entered spring, I believe. No, we have entered summer. That is what this is. Current affairs. What's going on with current affairs so far? We've acted on every visitor who's come by and not sought to merely seek their tutelage. Clouds, kind of a weak one. Moth and moon. What do we have in regards to moth and moon? That's already been solved. That has not. 6th level. Okay. So does it show correctly? So if I were to do that, yeah, it does. Okay. So we have 1 moon from there. I don't think we have... Do we have any moon? Trist has 1 moon, so we have 3 moon from Weather, Trist, and that. Sneezing. Yes. Yep. No moon from that either. So what are we doing? We are pausing because we need to dive right into picking up oratory. I think it's safe to do this. What do we do? So first of all, let's assess ourselves. We need 5 heart, which will be the use of Chore and Arab, or alternatively Arab and health. But definitely Arab. Arab to summon the... what's her name? Oh, actually, no. Chore and health we could use if we wanted Arab. Fuck it. We're going around in circles. Forge, we need to take 2 metal. One to employ the smith, and 1 to bump him up to strength. We need in the Mallory to increase his strength as well, so grab that book. And for the heart we need Travelling at Night, Volume 2. So just to keep track of that, we need these. Whist being to solve these books. I'm using as a placeholder. Fost, we need to summon, what's his name? Bump up his strength, which will put us on 4, I believe. We'll check. Reverend, yeah, he has 2 lantern to begin with. So Fost will bump him up to strength 4, and then in here we can throw in letters to my successor for a nice 6. There are other ones, but me. Letters to my successor. So, and we will need something to read that book. So that's going to be the plan today. See how I've been smart about things and not wasted anything? We're going to waste the clouds. Never mind. Unless we try for moth, I think. Yeah, we can. Let's trade out that for that. And we can use Tris with clouds and Edict's Liminal to make something moth related. Over here we need to acquire, what's her name? So we need to use this to summon her. The topic will be a shilling, I think it was. Over here we need to summon him with this. And he will join us for free because he's our friend. Over here is a post office. Good to know. And over here is the smith. So we do this. Denzel will talk about practical matters. Okay, sure. If you give him occult coinage, he will perform the service of division instead. So he can... This will break your Spinatra into more manageable coinage. Okay. I think that's just what the postwoman will say. Split a pound note into 2 half-pound. What's 120 pence? I don't remember. Whatever. We need to pay him, of course. Fortunately, everyone gives you back change, so you don't need exact currency. We can organise that. We don't want to organise this. We're just going to push that down there. And we need to start reading a book. Who can we do? First we want... let's try for this. Read this with... This will grant us the thing we need for Reverend. Meanwhile, we can find a workstation that accepts moth. If I'm... Nope. Over here, maybe? Nope. And no. Do we not have a workstation for moth at all? Wow. Nope. Interesting. And... problematic. Oh well. Double checking I've not missed anywhere. I checked all of those, I checked that. We are... Yeah. We don't have any moth. Or nectar, obviously, unless we move to one of those beds. I don't think moth up here, no. Oh well. I guess we can't do anything with clouds. It has one moon, but there's no way we can do anything with the abysmal amount of moon that we have. Do we have any moth books? I don't think so. What ticked by? We have everyone. We want to start off with Rector, as he's going to be the first to complete. Boost that, cover that. Probably should have ended with Rector, as he will be, you know, if we didn't have time for everyone, he's free. But oh well. Let's get rid of all the fatigued ones up here. And speed things up a bit. Here we have him. Yeah, it's probably worth. Though they shouldn't be a limiting factor with that. Oh. We have picked up MCO Constance Lee. Constable Oculate Minor. Constance Lee. Don't get in her way. Oh, bloody hell. Interested in moon and... yeah, interested in moon, interested in sky. understands Kunasami, Greek, Latin, Aramic, as do I. So I don't understand Kunasami. Which, so either we can talk to them again. We can maybe employ them for, you know, learning a language, or we can just say, here's a book, enjoy, we're a library, we do that sort of thing. Or we can maybe what can we do? Winter, they need to be interested in winter to go here, they need to be interested in heart to go there. So we don't currently have a guest bed for them, but I'd be interested one of these days to see if we can, you know, invite them for a stay. Use a matching soul card to move your belonging in and make this your bed, or place a matching visitor card to encourage them to stay a little longer. So I assume that is how you can do something like this, and yeah, this is going to be an awkward thing because we've got 5 minutes with them. I don't want to slow down our process too much. Memory revelation. We can talk to Rector about that memory. Bump up his strength. Travels at night will give us heart 2, so this will be the midwife next. Throw that in there. Start. We should have time to deal with MCO Constance's request. We can do that. We can throw a midwife in there. Throw that in there. Begin that. And up here we can crack into here. Midday. We're kinda... I think we're okay roughly on time. Maybe not. Probably not. We might not be able to get Mr. Smith done in time. Oh, we need to do in the Mallory. Will give us Forge 2 and Lantern. Technically could have used it for both, but we didn't. Ooh. Okay, so Atrium. In 1651, Musgrave Dibulf endowed the atrium with a shrine to Saint Januarius of the Gate. Musgrave was a pious man, but also a Puritan, so this grand shrine was a little unusual. Saint Januarius is also an unusual choice, but he is the patron saint of boundaries, and the Dibulfs were often said in some sense to be marcher lords in charge with keeping of boundaries. Solar Gothic period. Okay. From the 11th century to early 16th century, the sisters and brothers of St. Brandon's dwelt on the Isle. I forgot that word existed. Dwelt, of course that word. It was a holy place, a wealthy place, and a centre of learning, though a surprisingly obscure one. Then, in 1534, the Bronze King Henry dissolved the foundation, exiled the brethren, and gave the isle to the family de Wolf. Okay, so I kind of want to start making a timeline chart. Do I have any paper around me? Grab this, because I don't quite know how I want to depict this in a computerized sense. There's a clean page. Sorry if this is noisy. Okay, so Solar Gothic period. Let's make a note of all the periods. Solar Gothic. And that was from 11th to early 16th. So 11th century is year 1000 to, correct in this? we're in the 21st century at the moment, so that's 20 something something. So 11th century would be 10 something something. I I don't want to get that scuffed up. So 1000 to the 16th century. So 16th century would be 15 something something. Well, to 1534, 1534, which would be when the baronial period happened, I believe. In the 16th century, the de Wolf family became the Barons Brankrug, governing the Isle as their personal estate until 1759, when their line ended in madness and death. So, good to know. 1534, we know the exact date for that. All the way up to 1752, 1759. 1759, baronial period. So there's that. Then there's the Curia period, and I think Dawn was the other one. I think Dawn is oldest of them all because... Oh, and also Nocturnal? Or maybe that isn't a time period. So if I do that... What time period is this? Curia period... In the 18th century, a secretive cabal of scholars established the Curia of the Isle to manage Hush House, making it a haven of knowledge until 1896, when a disgraced librarian brought the house to penury. So the 18th century would be 17 something something. However, there could technically be, because we don't know when the Curia period began by exact date, there could be a few years between 1759 and the start of the Curia period when, you know, no one was because a secretive cabal of scholars established it shortly, like sometime after the baronial line ended in madness and death. So there was a time when the ownership of this place was up for debate, to put it in some manner. Okay. I'll just mark down for now. If I can click on the right thing. Curia period. Curia period. And that was 18th century, so 17 something something XX to 1896. So 18th to the 18th century would be 19th century. Baronial period was 16th century to the 18th century. Cool. That's a bit of a timeline for me, and I will try and mentally get a more accurate timeline for the placement of the baronial. I suppose actually I could, if I was smart, I would be able to recall, who was it? 7th Baroness, and this here, first librarian. I don't remember when he came to be of this place. What the fuck was I doing otherwise? Yes, we were having a look at this room, weren't we? We've got a shrine here. Shrine to Saint Januarius. Saint Januarius is the name which was wounded in the name of He was the name which was wounded, the name of exceptions. I keep saying expectations, but no, exceptions. The little god at the door. We got some interesting candles. Light, fuel, candle, 2 heart, 2 knock, 2 lantern, 2 rose. This little sneaky one down here always throws people off. Also, those dots aren't aligned. Maybe it's it's because there's a 2, so you see the existence of a number there pushes the dot over a bit. I don't know. Can you tell that I am/was a programmer? I am a programmer still technically, but yeah, I can see things like that. Atrium chair. That's about it, really. Oh, we got 2 watchful candles trying to hide there. Awesome. What the fuck else are we doing? We are finishing talking to the midwife about that. So wait, she now has strength 5, so we can immediately use her down here. Unlock that. We might be able to... Oh, we need to be doing this, don't we? I don't think we're going to have time to boost him and get him to work. Also, let's have a look at this one. Darkened Church. This has long been a holy place, but shadows are the only worshippers here now. The windows have been painted black. The pews overturned, the organs hung with black ribbons. 6 and 6. We can do lantern. That should be easy. Gloomy Stair. This has long been a holy place, but the Madrigad has withdrawn her favour now, and a chilliness waits here where dawn will not touch it. Only once it is pacified can I safely pass. So I don't know how we get up into here. I don't see the staircase. And up here, I don't see the... whatever. I'm sure that is... You know, if they tried to put a staircase in here, it would not look nearly as aesthetic. It's 3D, remember, so there can be... Like, if we're picturing towards us, you know, there's probably another room sort of behind these archways, and these archways are actually going through the middle of the room rather than on our side. That's what I'm picturing anyway. Yes, so we need Edge, Forge, or Winter. Technically we can do Forge, as we are demonstrating here. We just need to have the time for it. Terrific, we have Memory of Foresight. Terrific, we have Memory of that. Hey, it's... Yep. Hurry up. What was that? Oh, that's been set there for who knows how long. Salt sign. What the heck? What? Too bad it won't last, but then again, what does? Okay, so Inca Power creates salt sign. That's what that is. Moon and Rose. Okay. Now we know. And knowing is the beginning of the battle. What can we do with that? Unfortunately, our Fet Plus is now fatigued, but that has 3 Fet on it. This here Rose would be 5 Fet, this would bring it up to 8 Fet. So maybe if we had... Can we use that sign in either of these? We cannot. What happened to... Oh, it somehow got lost there. What can we use that for? It's a mark. A fragile, unstable trace. I don't think we can use that anywhere because we haven't. It'll be useful for, I don't know, summoning by the looks of it, or something. But until then, that's not going to be useful to us. Hurry up, please. Just got it in time, maybe. Cool, Disposal Lab. We would rather have this than whatever this room is. gloomy stair. It's a staircase. We want a laboratory, not a staircase. And now we can finally talk to you. Hey, about this, you have a sky of 3. Well, that's easy to satiate. We can talk to you about, I don't know, this one here. I understand where they're going, even if I don't know why. I'd like to make a field trip, but I'm not certain. I want to travel by airplane, not while this is going on. You know, if I were you, I wouldn't take any beach walks at sunset, not until all this settles down, just in case. Okay, so keep an eye on the sky, but don't go for a walk in the beach. What are we even teaching that? Written in third person, we're giving them rarely coherent thoughts with useful footnotes on falconry and exotic veterinary medicine, and we're just saying, good luck figuring out what that is. Do we have any other blue books that we can give to the... we can't. I mean, technically, enjoy your falconry, love. Night has fallen, and well, I don't know why I'm looking over here first. Let's not. Hey, look, we've unlocked a laboratory. Nice and clean, thanks, Smith. Okay, what do we have in here? Some more books. Some paintings. Flood Gallery. Thurza Blake, the 7th librarian of the Hush House, extended this space, decorating it with semi-precious materials and filled it with the finest art Hush House's money could buy. Of course, after her enthusiasm brought the house to the brink of penury, much of it had to be sold off. Thurza Blake. Is that bust there? Thurza Blake. Nope, Evida Wolf. Who we know about, right? Oh no, that's Valentina. We know about Evida Wolf. We've heard much about her, haven't we? The notorious Evida Wolf, first and last Baroness or Baron Krug. Bran Krug. Yes. So we know where she goes. She is the last Baroness. Brackets also first, but you know. Here. Seventh Baroness, technically first Baroness, because all the others before were Barons, but fog, clouds. It's clouds and fog. Both clouds and fog. If you've not watched the previous episodes where I went crazy on that, that probably was a massive hit to ADD, but hey, guess what? I have ADD. Evida Wolf, she's there. And we have a load of art. So this place was made by Thurza Blake, the 7th librarian. Kitty, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Who dwells still in the three-flowered tree? Three-flowered tree? Serena Blackwood. Ooh, can we put her down somewhere? 10th, 11th. She was the 10th, wasn't she? Not the one before us, who was the guy who previously disappeared. She had a falling out with the Bureau and was disappeared, shall we say. It breathes. It makes the noise. That is a bedroom. Rose. I think we can do Rose. We're pretty strong in Rose. Or we have a few strong things. Other things. Paintings. We have a alchemist's glassware. Fragile vessels in which new substances are quickened. Okay. Solution, liquid and fuel. Substance. Flower, remains, material, root, leaf. Got it. Got a chair. Yep. Paintings. Glory's gifts. A human figure is silhouetted against a blazing sun. I don't see the human figure, but maybe I'm too blind for it. Crew Cross Sands. We've already seen that one. It's been in a few places. The more portrait of a behatted lady. The more prominent the headgear, the closer to the glory, of course. Departure. Here Valentine had painted gulls migrating across a darkened sea. I think we've seen that one as well. Leaves in the wind, yep. Lady Tryphon. A very old portrait in the Byzantine style. Who is Lady Tryphon? We have some chemicals there, which we'll get back to once we've... As above, so below. Dr. Serena Blackwood. No one in the picture, only an empty garden. Yeah? Oh, scratch that. I was thinking she had a falling out with the Bureau and got taken out by the Bureau, but a painting named after her that just so happens to have no one in it. Maybe her disappearance was more how should we say, mystical in nature? Surely if a bureau disapproved of a painting of her, they would have simply destroyed the painting, not repainted over it, removing the woman within. Lord Monday. A well-dressed middle-aged gentleman with receding hair and a clear expression of astonished delight. Who the fuck is Lord Monday? The boy prays. Leaves in the winds, a sacrifice. A silent crowd watches a robed priest drowning a struggling victim once again. The foundlings, a pair of human eyes, peer from darkness in a tangle of roots. Okay. And that painting is clearly not interested if a tree's just kind of covered it up. Also, we just can't click on it. Armagnac D's. Armagnac can only come from Gascony, but if you believe M. Corentin, his vineyard began with vine cuttings from Ease beyond the sea. Okay. Beverage, liquid thing, nectar, moon, grail. Alright. Stargall ink. Ah, that's one of the two, right? What was it? Musgrave coyly refused to talk of the great inks. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He insists that Ugul and Stargall, there we have Stargall, which can be mixed with sufficient nectar or sky, are sufficient for most befitting purposes. Okay. Befitting purposes. So that is his recommendation to mix Stargall with Ugul. And over here we have ambergris chunk, whale vomit. Never call it whale. Screw you, I'm calling it whale vomit. It's a gem material, you know, scale and moon. It is highly valued for its ability to be made into perfume, but ultimately it is just whale vomit. Solomon's preparation. Solomon Husher would take this every night without fail before sleep to close his ears to the sound of the waves. But on the 9th of January 1838, a heavy snow fell on Hush House. When the other residents dug themselves out, Husher was nowhere to be found. He had left a resignation letter and an undrunk measure of his preparation. Alright. So that's what happened to him. I just noticed. Painting lady. She's got some Lady Tryphon, she's got another pair of lips on her neck. Just I guess could be a tattoo. But yeah. Quartz junk, we've found that. That's a rock. Turpentine, an odorous eraser of errors. Cool. Xanthonic essence, the rich gold of a summer afternoon, if sunlight precedes moonlight. Saint Anselm observed, the miniscate must precede the madrigad, and the light that was lost will remain. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to reread that in my head. Rich gold of summer afternoon, if sunlight precedes moonlight. Miniscate must precede the madrigad. What is that gonna tell me about xanthotic essence? Forge, knock, and 5 lantern. Liquid and pigment. Wolf snow ampule. Far too cold ever to melt in anything but the hottest noonday sun. It will very gradually consume human flesh. Alright. Another perniculate. We use that to get the 8 scale book, which I forgot. Oh, yeah, the Inks of Power. Serpent-styled glass. Carved snakes writhe down the frame. A prominent inscription reads, "To the librarian Jovinus in earnest of our wager." It's fucking okay. Jovinus, that was the librarian before us who disappeared. He made that wager with the hooded princes. Was it something? Hoods and princes. Made a wager with them for 7 riddles. And I guess they fucking sent him this as a gift, as a reminder that his time is running out. Bit of a dick move, but oh. Sacrament acetate. Back in the Dawn period, the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot used this in the rites of the Horned Axe. They fucking worship the Horned Axe? Okay. Yeah, that's been mentioned before, I think. It's a beverage. Okay. And a lot of knock. Sacrament canisate. Back in the Dawn period, the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot used this in the rites of the Red Grail. Okay, so they had multiple rites. Horned Axe, Red Grail. What is within, without, what is without, within. A poison sacred to the votaries of the Meniscate. I don't recall who they are. Votaries of the Meniscate. Keep an eye out for that. Knock and Lantern. They're giving us a lot of knock things, which I'm thinking might prelude, hey, start opening doors in other ways. Sacrament Malachite. Back in the Dawn period, the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot used this in rites of the Ring Yu, the owl, which was also called the Malachite. We have another one of those laying around somewhere, I think in the garden. Ruby-wise Ruin. A ruddy liquor wrung from flowers, even when the flowers aren't red. That sounds familiar. I think we also have another one of those somewhere. Gives a nice mix of things, which by itself is nice, but also kind of annoying, because no matter what, you're going to be wasting... Probably going to be wasting like 4 aspects just for one. At least that's my opinion on materials. I understand where they're going, blah blah blah. They've given us some cash and buggered off. Okay. MCO Lee, concerned by the call of the West, decided not to go there in person, instead resolving that the Bureau should do what it could to keep the coasts safe. Okay. I wonder what would have happened if we'd have given them... No, because they weren't interested in scale. They were interested in moon and sky. Oh. Silvery spin trio. Well, that was a good day, I think. We managed to crack open a few places. Silvered snares, by the way. Winter or Edge. The mirrors in this room teem with watchful spirits and perilous reflections. They can be mollified and banished, but only a fool would attempt a solitary exorcism of a room where where all the haunts are doubled. Okay. There's a load of mirrors in there, and a picture that I can't quite fully see. Okay, so I think that's been a good day. Let me just double check that. No, and no, still don't have a moth workstation or a nectar workstation. Do we? Nope. But hey, that's fine. We've learned that salt sign is a mark we have access to by Rose, though it's temporary, so can't keep one of those around. And that noise is there. We're gonna leave it there for today. It's way past 30-minute mark, but we got a good chunk out, and that seemed. Oh wait, shit! We haven't even looked at this. Next time we will take a look at this room down here. As that completely slipped my mind. But until then, thank you for watching. If you like the episode, leave a like, etc. Leave a comment, subscribe if you wanna follow along with the series easier, and that someone's using a power tool in the background. And until next time, peace.